We also do not have row shutoffs, individual row shutoffs. So if he plans, say, coming around in a curve, and then he's coming up on these rows over here will still interplant what he already planted. Newer planters, precision planters, they have row shutoffs or section shutoffs, where as you're coming into rows that were already planted, it shuts them off so you're not double planting seed in the spots where you have already planted, so you're saving seed costs. For us, we normally don't have this problem where we're curving. It'd just be on the end rows where you may get a foot of overlap at most. So we just don't see the benefit we would get out of it for row shutoffs. Just that for this year, we're gonna have spots where we're gonna have to go around it, and we will have overlapping of seed planting for this year. So down on this end, along the dredge ditch here, correct drainage pretty much, it's for the city, or the city uses it as a drainage partly, and then there also are farm tiles into it. Along here we had to put a buffer strip. They're making that pretty heavily regulated for runoff off of fields, where you need so long of a buffer strip between waterways or ditches. So we had to put in an alfalfa strip over here, so that's what, there's flags along here, so it doesn't plant or dig over what he already planted alfalfa seed here. That was, say, maybe a week ago he planted it. It was a few days after we got our 20 acres or so in, so he didn't plant it that day, it was a few days after. So he'll plant alfalfa, and then as grass grows in, he'll just still keep cutting it. He doesn't plan on, all they say is you can't till it, so we have alfalfa down, we can still cut it, get somewhat of a crop off of it, we just can't till it. So that's what we plan on doing. Alright, we're working on soybeans here. Here's the variety we're planting. None of it's treated. It's look like normal bin run seed, but it's not. Or bin run grain. All right, we're working on switching the plates on these. Just finished up the soybeans. Now we want to throw back on the corn units for our sweet corn. Pretty easy, just 2 bolts on each side. Probably can't see that too well. Just 2 nuts come off. Pull off the old bean units, clean out the beans. So when they're sitting over till next year, the mice don't get into them and eat the brushes. And throw back on the corn plates. So all right, we got the all the bean units off, and now we're putting the corn ones on. Chuck, that's a bean unit. Put that back down, go get a corn one. These are the corn ones. Very similar, obviously Chucky messed it up. So these just got paddles. These have brushes inside. We'll open one of the bean ones later. But very similar on the outside. Inside's a little different. There you go, Chucky. Just bolt it back on. And sweet corn and field corn for us, we use the same meter. We just lower the population for sweet corn. Don't go too tight, otherwise they crack. As you can see on some of these. We had to add a few washers on some of these. Some of them have some cracks because some people put them a little too tight. Where'd you put that wrench? There it is. That's simple. Alright, here's an old bean one. Took off. So undo these wing nuts. Plate off. Cleaning any beans that may be stuck in the brushes. It's all good. Pull it back together. Oh yeah, Dad likes to keep these wing nuts loose over the winter. Better loosen this one up. I think we'll check them again before we put them on next year. Alright, those 2 are done. Need one more corn unit?
A washer.
On that one you'll need a washer? Oh, you took a washer on one you didn't need.
No, I didn't.
Just run to the shop and get one.
Chuck, 2 washers. He's like a dentist.
Boss man coming to check our work.
I just know there's beans that get...
Never mind. Check the second to last. That one's nasty.
I told them to scratch them out. Looks like they still missed some.
Oh, just one.
Is there really a bean in there?
A half a bean.
It's like a quarter.
I sometimes miss them too.
You don't put that, you don't put that in. Now it's down. These are just spacers. Rubber spacers. Here are the sprockets here. Right there. That 11 will give us 26, the book says. Place your shot.